We need to remember that most of the young people in Philadelphia are in fact doing the right thing. They do not participate in random attacks on our citizens or visitors. Unfortunately, there's a tiny minority of ignorant, reckless fools who are engaged in violent acts across this city, and they seem not to grasp the full consequences of their actions. So I'm going to lay it out for them and for everyone else. These are rare occurrences, but they have a wide-ranging impact on our community, and that's why we are acting quickly, flexibly, but also forcefully. Our administration is presenting a united response coordinated with community leaders, activists, the clergy community, community partners, and our law enforcement community, our justice system, and business and neighborhood leaders. Our strategy includes long-term, sustainable, and safe options for young people, as well as targeted enforcement to ensure that our laws are followed and that security and safety is maintained in our great city. As a part of our holistic response, we are reaching out throughout the communities of Philadelphia to create safe spaces for our young people. So first, the hours of targeted recreation centers will be expanded to 10 o'clock p.m. throughout the city of Philadelphia. This will offer a location for young people to meet safely and be with their friends later into the evening. Not to mention, as you well know, all of the libraries of the city of Philadelphia are open. All 70 of our swimming pools are open. There are plenty of good and right things to do in this city right now. The changes I announced will benefit every neighborhood throughout the city as we create and reinforce these positive activities and programming for young people throughout Philadelphia. Second, community leaders were visible throughout Center City as part of our Safe Corridors campaign over the weekend. And I had the opportunity, my wife and I, Lisa, to be out Saturday night with many of them, and many of them are here this afternoon. We're bringing community leaders from across the city and the region to many areas of Philadelphia to have more eyes and ears on our streets. We're continuing this through the rest of the summer. These are our I Pledge representatives, our block captains, our neighborhood leaders, and many, many others who are participating in this program. They're out here because they care about Philadelphia, and they want our young people to be safe and to be smart. And thank you for all of those who patrolled this past weekend and for the future work that you will do. Your city thanks you, and more importantly, our young people thank you. You are definitely making a difference throughout the city. For those of you throughout the city who have not yet had the opportunity to be out with us yet, of course, there is still time for you to be a part of the solution. You can donate all or part of a Friday or Saturday night or any other night that you might have. You can call 311 for more information on how to volunteer. Third, as you saw this past weekend, Police Commissioner Ramsey and his team have brought more police officers to Center City and other areas of Philadelphia, including Bike Patrol and our newly reinstalled mounted unit. They will be visible. They are present. And they are here to protect all of us. If you see anything out of the ordinary, find a police officer and give him or her that information. As we often say, if you see something, say something. The police will continue to have a strong presence. But more importantly, we need the community to be our eyes and ears on the ground. This is not just a policing problem. This is not just a Philadelphia Police Department challenge. This is a challenge for all of us as community members and as community leaders. But we need to send a strong, unmistakable, and clear message that our city, our neighborhoods, and even parts of Center City are places where people can bring their families, enjoy themselves, and have a good time without fear or cause for concern. In order to help make sure that this message gets through, let me announce the following. We are also temporarily changing curfew hours in targeted enforcement zones in areas of Center City and University City. If you are under the age of 18 years old, your curfew is now 9 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. 9 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays if you are under the age of 18. We will revisit this strategy, of course, as time goes on, and more importantly, as the school year starts, which is in approximately 1 month. Fully recognize that when school gets back in session, young people have many other activities, legitimate activities that they are engaged in. We want to make sure that we're sensitive to that schedule as well. In all other areas of the city, the current curfew remains the same, but it will also be actively enforced. As I mentioned earlier, we've tried to look at this from a comprehensive standpoint, a more holistic approach to respond to, prevent, and overcome these erratic, senseless attacks on people here in our city. In order to prevent these attacks, we must respond forcefully, but also with preventive measures, enforcement, and positive options for our young people. And I cannot overemphasize that we are focused on positive options for our young people. Responsible adults, clergy, teachers, mentors, business owners, and most importantly, parents must begin an all-out community response. I said it once, I'll say it 100 times. This is not just a responsibility of the Philadelphia Police Department. All of us have a role. All of us have a responsibility in this effort. This behavior is wrong. It is intolerable. But when we ignore our young people's needs, when we don't offer job opportunities, when we don't invest in their education or in their futures, all of us have failed them. All of us have failed our young people if we don't do all that we can to offer positive options and new opportunities. The kids who participate in these attacks, they know full well what they are doing. They might be fools, but they're not stupid. They are reckless. They are inconsiderate, potentially dangerous, and most importantly, they clearly do not grasp the consequences of their actions. And that's where adults must step in. It is our responsibility to make sure that our kids know what happens if they break curfew or break the law. It is our responsibility to provide leadership and mentorship for them. It is our responsibility to try to come up with solutions and then partner with them on more positive outcomes for our young people. To make sure that they know the impact of what a criminal assault charge will have on their future. We need to make sure that they know that these actions are wrong. It begins with our parents, and the excuses stop today. District Attorney.